welcome back to Wednesdays with Questions with Queens. I am your host for tonight, Brianna, or B.
I'm Aisha.
And we are Questions with Queens podcast. We are still one less queen tonight, as we are still dealing with her and her family's unexpected death in the family. So we want to send her well wishes and love and joyousness and all good vibes and everything nice. So keep her in her prayers, and we still going to hold it down for her tonight. So tonight we're going to be helping out a lot of our families tonight and people that might be in the education field or anything like that. Anybody with children, no children, got children, had children, know some children, babysit some children, anything like that, okay, that needs some help.
Now all the children.
All the children. We are the world.
Like each one teach one.
Yes. What the one do what? What is it? Each one teach one? Signal. But all right, so tonight our topic is how to survive the virtual school year. So as you guys know, we are in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and our schools have been limited to just virtual learning, at least for the first marking period or report card period, whatever you want to call it. So we just wanted to share some things with you guys about how we can survive that, because it is a change.
It's a challenge, for sure.
How do we survive this virtual school year?
Last year, I was very hesitant on sending Haley to school because she was homeschooled initially. But when I sent her to school, it was a smooth transition. It was really good for her. But then towards the end of the school year, when we had to go back to homeschool, I was like a fish out of water. Even though I homeschooled her before, it was just like I got so used to her going away to school. Mm-hmm. So last year, when the schools decided to go virtual, we had to homeschool her. Some of the things that I kind of came up with 10 good tips on how to survive. So the first thing I can say for everybody is create a routine and let that routine be flexible. You don't want it to be super strict and you want to every minute you gotta hit it. No, just have a nice routine. You don't have to worry about hitting it every hour. Just, work along with your child. Create a space that is just for school, whether it's your kitchen, dining room table, or their room or whatever. Just create some type of space that is just for school, so that way they can stay in that school mindset. You want to identify your child's problem areas. I think that was one of the things that I
Girl, why you all in my notebook?
And whatnot. But you want to identify, your child's problem areas, because it'll make it easier for you, and it'll actually make it easier for the child because you could focus a little bit more. You know where you have to pitch your focus, and you know where they can do some independent work, and you could probably get house chores done while they're working independently. So it's a win-win for both of y'all. Seek help when you're unable to teach a subject. Stay calm, because it can get very frustrating when you're trying to tell them that Johnny had 2 apples and then you added 3. So just stay calm. Take breaks. Yes, take breaks. It doesn't matter. You can take 6 breaks if you need to. Just take them breaks when you feel it's getting a little frustrated, or you see that your child is no longer participating like they was in the beginning. Take a little break. You want to make learning fun, so play games, take trips, go outside, and tired of learning to that. You want to check your emails, because the teachers do send a lot of emails and things like that. You want to stay in contact with the teachers, and you want to ask questions if you are unsure of something. So those are my 10 little how to survive.
Girl, you hit them all. You hit all of them on the nose so well. Good job, Queen. Good job. Okay, so I'm just gonna piggyback off of that. As an educator, so I was an educator for umpteen years. I ain't gonna tell my age or whatever, but a whole lot of years and stuff. I've been with these babies now. And I love these babies so much. So I think it's going to be a hard transition, at least for parents who have never maybe experienced this, who have been really busy with work and might not have paid the most attention to what's going on education wise. Not saying that that's horrible, but I understand, the workforce nowadays is like rigorous. So for those parents, I say before that, that list that you gave, that's all great. But I said before that even happens, I think that you should definitely allow yourself to know that it's not your fault. Just get your mental together, help you to understand what's actually going on. Have a talk with your child about what's going on. Definitely let them know why we're home, what's going on, what things we can do to stay safe and stuff like that, and let them know that this is for their safety as well as the parent safety. So definitely that conversation, number one. And as well as the knowing the strengths and the weaknesses and stuff like that. And you can learn those things by just talking to teachers. Your child day in and day out what they can and cannot do. There are some developmental screenings that you can do, not only at your doctor's office, but also online, ages and stages. They have stuff like that can tell you about what your child should be doing cognitively in their brain, education wise and stuff like that, to help you break down what their needs are and their strengths are, and play on their strengths. If you know that they have a strength in numbers, make numbers a part of letters. Like how many A's can you find in a sentence?
Right.
There you go. That's incorporating what they love, numbers, and incorporating letters at the same time, something that they have to learn, rather than like just saying do this and do it their way and stuff like that.
Right.
Find holes in the way that they have this curriculum. This curriculum is very, very different than when we was going to school. So find some loopholes into it and try to make it your child's way of learning, to keep the stress away. And if you're really finding that they're really stressed out, I would talk to doctors and people like that, and some supports at school. I know there's a lot of assistant teachers and things like that also work with children, or special education teachers and stuff like that. There's a lot of things online. There's a lot of different forums that you can do. I know Facebook has been doing a whole lot of things as far as like doing virtual Zoom meetings and things like that for families, to teach them about what's going on. They actually had one yesterday for children with IEPs and stuff like that for what they're going to do for the school year. So definitely reach out and don't be ashamed to ask any questions. I think for parents, don't be scared if you don't know something, that math is horrible. Ask questions. Ask your fellow peers, your fellow moms, your fellow dads. Ask somebody. Don't just hold it in and just become frustrated, because if you are frustrated, your child will also feel frustrated. So don't feel too crazy to ask questions and learn about what's going on. And also, I'm sorry, I'm running on, but learn about what the work is, what the curriculum is yourself. Like, if you got to open up a book or two, do that. Refresh yourself. We all home. We all have to be, if you're able to be at home with your child during the virtual school year, start to learn what they're learning, brush up on some stuff, flashcards. Don't be ashamed of all that stuff. I know they say don't do that rote learning and stuff like that, but they help. Okay. Especially for the young ones, make games up, like E said, like make a lot of games up. And then I know you said organization. So for me, I'm a single mother. I am in a 1-bedroom apartment. So I am in the process of converting the whole entire living area to him and his schooling. So if you are able to make sacrifices like that, definitely have an organized space. That is key. If you ever go into classrooms with young children, you see that their classrooms are set up. That's a big part of learning and engagement. Yeah. A child will not learn if it's too much stuff on the wall, and a child will not learn if there's nothing on the wall. I've turned down schools because there was bare walls. Looks like this. Yeah, I'm like, he's 3. Like, why is there no art on the wall? There's nothing inviting. Make it inviting and make it organized, where your child, if they're old enough to go get their own supplies and things like that, and able to get that for themselves. And you can also not feel frustrated and overwhelmed by finding papers and pens and stuff like that. Organization. Amazon is key. They have little label makers. You can buy those little stickers and write what it is, what on there, and also get a picture that helps the child read also. Like they start to know, oh, that's my pencils. That's the thing for my pencils, and have a picture for it, and they know. Oh yeah, visual schedules, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Visual schedules that's not only for children with special needs. I worked with special needs children, and I incorporated a lot of the stuff that I learned from working with special needs children in my own home with my child. He just recently, he said today,
all of them, all ages.
yeah, and they don't know how to read yet. So a picture, they learn by visual, like visually. That's what they learn by. So yeah, he was like today, Mom, I forgot how to I forgot I was supposed to turn the water on first before I wash my hands. I'm like, what? How do you forget that? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna add that to the sink, right where the sink is, water on first, wash your hands, then soap, like all the steps, and write the steps out very, very precise in what they need to do. And that will definitely help you. Get yourself a printer, and it's simple stuff. Printer, tape.
If you don't have a printer, you can go to Staples, and I believe you could print out at Staples for 15 cents for black and white and 65 cents for color. So it's very doable. And
there's a lot of resources out there. Some stuff might be free too, because they know that parents and families are struggling right now at home. Ask your local schools, even if your school district, they should be able to do those things for you guys. If they have packets that you need to be printed out, ask them, can they print stuff out for you? Don't be afraid to ask for what your tax dollars are paying for. These public schools are yours. They're supposed to help you out. So yeah, reach out to your teachers, your local school districts, your buildings. Don't be afraid to be that parent.
Yeah, and
the 440.
The school district has done a wonderful job of helping, families. I know I can attest to the school that my daughter attends. They have been a wonderful help to the community. They've been giving back food to the community on Mondays and Thursdays. They've given out laptops. They are now paying for internet essentials. You have to apply for it by a certain time, but it was just still nice to know that for families that didn't have internet or couldn't even afford the internet essentials, that the school was providing it for the children, so that no child had any excuse for why they couldn't get into this to log on to stuff. So
even the library, one of our viewers said, go to the library, ask for your resources there, your local library. This is the time to use those resources to your advantage. Like if you have never been to the library, go utilize. You can make a card online for free for your child. You don't have to be 18 years old to get a library card. I got my son's library card when he was 1 year old. You can get a library card. You can get a library card very young. Also, to keep the social aspect. I mean, I know that there is a lot of different, scariness and stuff like that to go with the whole, how do we hang out with friends? How do you do that? Like for me, my son is by himself with me all day, every day, all day. Love him to death, but
at this point,
we need our break. So there's all museums in Philadelphia are open, probably overseas as well. You can check that online. But I just recently checked. All museums are still open for COVID. You do have to wear your mask. You do have to make an appointment so that they can keep the numbers down. But all of those museums are free. You can get the Art Reach if you have food stamps, which everybody should right about now. If you have some type of card, you can go and sign up.
It doesn't even have to be your card. You can go.
You can go.
The person has to be here, but I think you get up to 4 people, and you can go with that person if you don't have. And the card doesn't even have to be active. I know I used to get. No more, but I still.
You can use the medical one too, the yellow one.
And I still
use it. You can use the yellow one or the food stamps one or the PEBT, the new one that they gave out. They are doing specials, and it used to be $2, but right now with the COVID, they are offering free. So it's free. You just have to call and make your appointment so that they can keep their numbers down.
The zoo is open as well. You have to make an appointment with the zoo as well, but they are open. So it is things to still do with your children.
To keep that social aspect, because that's very important, especially for younger kids. That's one of my questions. Like one of the fears that parents have for their children with the virtual learning, and that's one of my fears. Like as far as him losing the social aspect, I know that for school he thrives with learning with other kids, as many other children do. And since it's just him and I need that part to come down. Like I need him to have that part. So I've partnered with people around in my neighborhood to do like an outdoorsy thing. 45 minutes, maybe like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Just go outside, do one activity, a physical activity. Even if it's just you and your child, you can go just take a walk, stuff like that, and just kind of get some others around. Start learning your community, learn who's around you, learn what other children might go to the same school as you. They might have the same struggles. Get to learn other people, and I think this is a great time to do that, as well as the museum. So, yeah.
So, how do you prepare for this school year? Like, what are you doing to prepare? I know you mentioned that you were converting your living room into a classroom for him, but like, what other ways do you feel like parents can prepare for this? My computer is stupid. What other ways do you feel like you could prepare for the school year this year? Right, because I'm trying to cut all the stuff off the computer and talk at the same time.
So I definitely stocked up on like all of the things, the essentials to keep him safe, masks, things like that. Hit me up soon, guys. I'm gonna be selling those for the children.
I'm hollering, yes.
And hand sanitizer and things like that. But I'll let y'all know that on another episode. But definitely stocking up on things to keep him safe, things to clean the house with and stuff like that. It will get messy because I'm sure they're going to have some art activities and things like that. So definitely getting all those things if you haven't already been. But I know I definitely made that a to-do thing. Another thing, like I said, organization, making sure everything has a space, everything is not too cluttered and crazy, and it looks like somewhere he can learn. I even have to go buy a desk. I got to take a trip to IKEA.
Right.
Just so many things, but we're going to get that done. So yeah, converting organization, making sure the classroom, making sure his learning area is inviting and engaging, and also put resources for myself to help him out as well. Right. Definitely making sure you get back on schedule, because I know we have been trifling, Lord Jesus.
Child, we have too, Lord.
We have been trifling, and I can say that for myself because, yes, we've been going. My son been putting me to sleep himself. Like, I don't even put him to sleep anymore. He's been tucking me in, okay? Because we've been up. So definitely trying in the next couple days or so, I've been definitely just putting him back on the schedule, put him to sleep early and waking him up earlier just so he can get ready to be on that regimen. I'm not sure exactly what the virtual schedule will be, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably be something like how it was in the springtime before everything happened, like getting on twice a day or 3 times a day or whatever it was. So definitely getting prepared for that. Making myself a mental schedule as well as a physical schedule, organization, resources. I took him to the doctor. I spoke to the doctor about anything that she might have had to say or anything to help me out. She just definitely said just to be safe, wear a mask, and teach him how to get on virtually the computer. Oh, and she said to put, if you have like a tablet or screen or something like that, to put the blue shade on to protect your eyes. Mm-hmm. I know that was definitely a good question because I told her about him squinting sometimes. So I know for the Amazon Kindle Fire, they have like the blue shade thing already set up there.
Look on them iPads.
So they said that the school district ones should have stuff like that. So she said that definitely. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, just reaching out to different resources, learning things on my own. Like I said, I've been a preschool teacher, so kindergarten is going to be new for me. But you know some things, but you don't know anything. So I've been definitely reaching out to his school. He's going to a private school, so I've been able to have direct contact with him and the teachers. I didn't meet the teacher yet, but the other teachers that are there and other families members and stuff like that, they have like a virtual meeting like every week. So that's been really helpful.
That's good.
Yeah, so just definitely being vocal and asking for resources and trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, because Haley was homeschooled before, I guess I'm just going to do the same thing that I did before. So we are in the process of moving. So when we get to the new house, I'm just going to set my dining room up as her classroom. I know before here, when she was doing preschool, I had her in one of our empty rooms, and I just had it converted as a classroom. And then when she went to kindergarten and had to come home, I converted my living room into the classroom for her. So I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did last year. And I got a lot of my
Yes,
stuff.
you are really good at that, guys. If you guys want to learn how to make your house look like kindergarten, please follow Aisha.
Yep, you can follow
Instagram.
I usually do I post all of the school stuff for the girls on their private Instagram page, and it's at the Robin Girls on Instagram. So if you guys do want to follow the girls this year, I do post a lot of the lessons that I do with her. I do post like how her classroom looks every year and things like that. So you definitely can follow us on there at the Robin Girls. But
yes,
a lot
and we also, I'm sorry, before we when we upload this video and everything, I'm going to post a lot of resources that you guys can use that are free as well, and some Instagrams for inspiration and stuff like that if you guys want to know. I also went to Target recently. They had a whole lot of stuff in Dollar Spot. Dollar Spot, as everyone knows, is teachers' glory. So listen, mommies and daddies, you guys are teachers now, so definitely go visit the Dollar Spot at Target.
Yeah, I got a lot of Haley school furniture and stuff. Like her when she was doing preschool, I actually set it up as if she was in the daycare. So I got a lot of those desks and chairs and stuff literally from Facebook Market. OfferUp.
Yes, OfferUp. OfferUp is a big one.
Facebook Market.
Even some schools, I've seen some schools were giving away some stuff, or you can put it out on a loan. I'm sure there's like some kind of way you can like sign something out, just like you guys did the Chromebook. And if you need a desk or something like that, tell your school what you need and say like, hey, I don't have it. I need my son or my daughter to be straight for the school year. Please, can I borrow the desk that they would have used for the whole school year? Yeah. Listen, they shouldn't have a problem with that, and sign it out and be responsible and give it back, stuff like that. But I think they do. I saw that on Instagram with 2 schools.
I got a lot of her wall stuff, like her wall art from like Staples, the Office Depot, the Dollar Store, Amazon. Sometimes I just went straight on Google and just typed in what I need, and the website just popped up, and I just ordered it off of wherever website popped up. A lot of the games and stuff that I got for Haley for kindergarten last year, which I'm still going to use for this year for first grade as well, because it's still the same stuff. I got that
first grade.
Yeah, she's going to first grade. I can't believe it. But I
tell her I wasn't playing. She need to call her god brother, because he need to read, okay?
Yeah. But see, listen, so I got a lot of her stuff from Teachers Pay Teachers, and a lot of the stuff was free, and a lot of the stuff was either free or like $1.99. It was literally affordable. I think the most I probably paid for something was like $15, and that was only because it was like a huge bundle. Yep. Games. It was like 50 games. So 50 games for $15, $10 to $15.
And usually when you make an account with them, they send a lot of coupons and stuff. Like once you buy one thing, they send you 7,000 more things that are free.
And a lot of people be having free stuff on there. Like they'll have, like I know a lot of the stuff that I'll be getting, I'll get just their preview one, and it'll be free, but it's just like a sample of each game, but it still be enough. So, it's free resources out there, or it's affordable resources out there.
That was one of the ones I was going to put down. Also, Learning Resource on Instagram, they were doing a lot. They have a lot of furniture. They just did a giveaway right now. I entered it too as well. And they're going to give away some furniture and some different resources and stuff like that. Is another thing like Teachers Pay Teachers. Oh, they're more like Lakeshore too, kind of, sort of. They have all this stuff. Another thing that I was going to put up was a calendar with the days of the week, the weather, things like that. So he could do himself. It's like one of those pocket things.
All of that stuff from off of Teachers Pay Teachers for free.
A lot of the stuff needs to be tangible. I think that's a good thing too. Like stuff that's like might be Velcro or with a little pocket. You can use a folder and just
from Walmart. That's where I got the little Velcro holes, and I put them on the stuff. So you could get that right from Walmart.
For young children, especially, that works really good with their engagement and stuff like that. So if they have something like a job, that's another thing we can add. A job for them to do every morning, even if it's something as simple as, okay, it's day 1. Put 1 up there. It's Thursday, day 1. That's their job, and they knew that they have to do that repetition every day. That's something great. So you can create a kind of a calendar or something that you need them to do, or even making their schedule, their morning schedule and their afternoon schedule. Have them move down what they just did. stuff like
That's
that.
how Haley had that. She had a morning routine.
No,
Which
it's
move it
fire.
up. Oh. And she had a night one, so she definitely had that, and she had one for her chores. So it really did work really well. Like if you keep
And
be consistent as a parent.
yes,
So when
you do.
you're consistent, your child really thrives. But if you're not consistent, it's chaotic. I know when I first had the twins, it was kind of hard to stay consistent because the twins were so little and they were so like I was breastfeeding them, so it was just like a lot going on. So I literally saw the difference in my child with her learning. So when she started, like her learning started being a little different and she started acting like she didn't really care too much, I had to snap myself back into reality.
What's going on? Yep.
Come get
that
this
goes
book.
back to recognizing the strengths and the weaknesses and what they need and what they do not need, and play on both of those things and understand both of those things. That's kind of the job as a teacher that they do with 27,000 kids in the classroom, but you have your whatever amount of kids. But I noticed that too, like even working in special needs preschool, the children thrived on their schedules. Like legit, I was like one of the ones in charge of fixing it back at the end of the day for the children. So sometimes we might have had a meeting and I might have forgot to move the cubby one back to the first thing or whatever, and they would tear you up the next day. Like if it was not fixed, they will let you know in the worst way. Okay, so they definitely pay attention to that. Even the typically developing children would know that you didn't do it for the special education children or stuff like that, or they would know, or typically developing children would go and fix it, or recognize that it was just time to do this stuff. They can't tell time, stuff like that, not yet, unless they're geniuses like our kids say. Okay, but they focus on those things. So once you have something repetition and routine, like you said back with the question, they thrive on that. So they know what needs to be done, what's missing, stuff like that. Even in your regular parenting, if your child, if you don't look right a certain day, your child will be the first one to let you know. Like, Mom, get your hair together, okay?
Like, first of all, mind your business.
But so they let you know. So it's the same thing for children. Like they know when things are in place and in routine. So definitely make sure you do that. And they know when it's not. So they will let you know. So focus on those things in the next couple of days, weeks. I think y'all got like two more Wednesdays.
I think school start this year for kids September. Well, first through 12th grade starts September the 2nd, I believe, and then kindergarten starts September the 8th.
I believe August 24th too.
Oh well, Mastery. Haley go to Mastery, so that's how theirs is. For Mastery, it's the 2nd and the 8th.
So either way, it's in 2 more weeks. It's coming. It's coming right behind.
No, Mastery usually did go back in August, but because of what's going on, their first like their August stuff, and not even their, I think they moved. It was supposed to be in August, but now it's September the 2nd when the kids go back. That's the orientation for the parents and the kids. It's not even an actual school day. It's just the orientation. But
when's the orientation?
The orientation is the 2nd, September the 2nd.
Okay.
But that's for Mastery kids. I'm not
sure. They do it right after Labor Day.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna be right in there like, hello.
Yep.
Hi.
Well, Carson's he's starting September 9th.
Okay. Yes.
I think that they're having their orientation coming up. I don't know. It's been so many emails and stuff like that. Like I've been writing everybody. His school even dealt with like some black history troubles and stuff like that. Like I said, it's a private school. So it's in Montgomery County. So, they deal with a lot of racism and stuff like that. And it was this Instagram page that made some stuff, and alumni was like posting things that had happened through the school year. And I was about to pay my tuition, and I was like,
hold up now. Hold up now.
What's happening and what y'all finna do about this before I send my brown boy to y'all establishment?
No, for real.
Because I am that mom. You see what color of my wig? I'm that mom, okay?
I'm hollering.
So I've been in lots of emails and PTA meetings and emails and virtual meetings and stuff like that because I'm learning and I need to know what's going on before I send you my most prized possession.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. I think as a parent, like in order for you guys to survive a virtual school year, I know for me, it was preparing the night before. So you cannot prepare a lesson the day of. I only can speak from my daughter is in first grade now, so I don't know about the older grades. They might be fine by themselves, but I'm speaking for the parents that have children from kindergarten to like third or fourth grade. Like you cannot prepare for a lesson the day of. Like you have to prepare, even if like, I know for me,
the day of.
You can't. You have to prepare.
You really think about it when you like scrambling, nothing ever is right. Like when you do
and
that.
you get frustrated. Like when you're trying to teach something and they don't get it, you get frustrated faster because you didn't prepare yourself. So I know for me, like I prepare a lesson for Haley and I literally prepare it. Like if we're doing letter sounds or letter recognition or whatever, I will prepare the lesson 3 different ways. So if she didn't get it the first way, I have another way of where I can, try it this route or try it another route. But when you keep trying the same route and it's not working, you don't have another strategy, you get frustrated because it's a new language to them. It's something that so you thinking they should know it like this, but it's not like that for a child. Yep. They have to make those connections. They have to, do it. You could teach them today and they probably won't.
They have to trust it too. They have to trust it, so you have to trust it. The same steps that they're going through and that you expect them to go through, you have to go through, and you have to have expectations for yourself. So yes, have high expectations for children. I think that's a great thing, but also have age appropriate expectations and know your children's needs and
let
strengths.
them know it's okay. Like I try to tell parents all the time, like, don't chastise your child for having the wrong answer. Because then that's not going to do nothing but scare them to answer the question, whether they got the right answer or not. They're already afraid and they already don't want to they want to be embarrassed. They don't want to get it wrong. They want to get it right. They want to make you proud. So if you're like, what is the answer? What I said, that's frightening them, and they're actually not even thinking no more. They're not thinking about math, and they're now
in defense mode, trying to figure out, okay, how do I make you happy now? Like, oh Lord, I made mommy mad or made daddy mad.
Right.
And how do I fix it? Also, I was going to say, making them trust what's going on, and also don't make them know it's something serious, because it is a shift in the dynamic of how they're going to be learning. You are on a computer. Like for me, my son didn't do the springtime preschool thing because the school he was at had ended prior to the COVID stuff happening. So they just were on there for 2 weeks on Google Classroom or something like that, and did one assignment or two, and then it was it. It was over. So it really didn't register to him that was something serious. So make it something serious, but not too demanding where it's not fun. Just let them know that this is school though, and this is how we are going to school. Like I said, go back to the first conversation, why are we home and why we have to do it this way. So let them know that it is something serious and provide the resources to make them know that something is structured.
Yeah, Haley's school, when they ended, they didn't do virtual classrooms on Zoom how we are now. They actually did 2-minute Instagram videos, and the child watched the Instagram video, and that wasn't enough for me. As a parent that takes my child,
that's how his was on Google Classroom. It was something like that.
This is not no 2-minute video learning. We're not doing that. So what I did was I looked at the video and I made a lesson according to how the video, whatever it was that they were teaching, because that wasn't going to work for me, and I know how my child learns, and that was not going to work for her as well. But I can say
model. There's lots of model templates for lesson planning and stuff like that. You can also ask the teacher how to make great lesson plans and stuff like that, or it doesn't even have to be
you don't have to
lesson plan. It has to be. It's just legit a plan of the curriculum. How are you going to implement this activity? How are you going to implement this lesson for your child? And that can look so many ways.
I don't even think I know this year when I attended the town hall meeting, they claiming that they are going to have a different platform for the children learning, because I know before they were logging on to it was something similar to ABC Mouse. It wasn't ABC Mouse, but it was something similar to that. I think it was it was something, but they have a different platform now, whereas though it's going to be a little bit better. So you don't really have to make a lesson plan, but that's why I was saying prepare the night before, because they actually are going to have everything that you have to do for that day on there, I guess, like little lessons already. But I already know how I am as a parent, and I already know that's not going to be enough. We need to sit down and do some physical work, some physical activities, because she's a hands-on learner and she's a visual learner. So it's not going to be just
Kids
enough.
are, yes.
Yeah, like she's not going to be able to just log onto a computer screen and learn that way. Like she's got to touch it. She got to throw it against the wall or something, So you have to know your child's learning, how they learn, so that way you can be successful in teaching them.
Yeah, that goes into my next question. Like, do you think that children can be successful during this virtual learning school year?
I think it's a chance that children can be very successful, because virtual learning is nothing new. They have a whole bunch of virtual schools and things like that, and there's been plenty of kids that have been successful and going off to college, and they have done school virtually their whole lives. So I honestly think that I think it's possible, but I think that as a parent, it's up to you. Like, if you have a negative attitude about it, your child is going to have a negative attitude about it. So I'll just say, like, whatever you're upset about, whatever, you're frustrated with, don't talk about that in front of the child. Like, talk about that in private with your husband or your significant other, or even the teacher. But I think that whatever behavior or whatever attitude you have towards it, your child is going to have towards it, because you're actually their role model now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I agree. I know for me as an adult, I'm doing online learning right now. And I'm a visual learner. I like to get my hands dirty. I am that person that gets down and dirty. Like I said, I've been with these babies for so many years. So I kind of like live that way. And it kind of just comes naturally to me. So in the early childhood field, you definitely have to get messy. You have to get down and dirty with the kids. You have to talk to them at their level. They're like yay high. So all of those things that kind of like just embodies who I am, and I just need to be like rah in your face and outgoing. So for me, online learning was definitely a change in pace. So I think you definitely have to be disciplined. So in order to help the children be disciplined, you have to do those steps that we said. Definitely just letting them know what's going on and meet their children where they're at, learn them, let them know, understand their strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. So I think they can be successful, as I think all children can be successful in anything that they try to do. But I think it'll definitely be a challenge, not for the children more so, but for the parents and the families that have been at home. So I think definitely reaching out to the resources, like we said, talking to the schools. Do not be afraid to be vocal and learn what's going on, and just shifting your whole mindset and mental capacity for the virtual learning school year. You guys have a couple of weeks, so just start to change everything that you've been doing to help provide for your children, and I think that the children can definitely be successful. And I think the teachers need to be definitely understanding. I think that a lot of them are, I know I would be if I was definitely teaching online to help be engaging and stuff like that. So the teachers are engaging the children and making sure that they are doing what they're supposed to do. So definitely as a parent, let them know, ask them what's going on, how are they going to make virtual learning engaging for their child. Let the teacher know what your child's weaknesses are and stuff like that, and you should be fine. So I think it can be successful for the children.
Right. One thing I do want to stress to the parents for this school year that is a little bit different from last school year is that last school year the attendance it didn't really matter if you logged on a few times, your child was still passing. Now this year they are a little bit strict on the attendance policy. You have to log on. I know for Haley School, I believe they said
I saw log on, and if they wear a uniform, they had to wear the uniform.
You have to have on your uniform shirt, and you have to be logged on by 9 o'clock. Anything after 9 o'clock, you are late. and if you don't log on, you are counted as absent. So this year they are being strict on the policy of attendance. So I want you guys to
I
really
like
take
that.
it serious. Yeah, I like that too. I really want you guys to take it serious and really have your children logged on at the time that the school is going to
Set
send
yourself
your
a
email.
timer. If
Yes,
you
yeah,
like
check
me,
your
get your
emails.
phone. Listen, my timers have 6 timers
I'm
for the
cracking.
one timer. Okay.
I'm cracking up.
So listen, if you gotta log on at 9 a.m., you need to start that timer at 7.
Yes.
Listen, girl, get up. Like I literally write this on my phone. Girl, stop playing. Girl, for real, get up. No, for real, girl. Like stop playing. It's 8:30. Like
Because
get
a
up.
lot of last year they were like literally, if you watch the blogs or watch the news, it was a lot of children that weren't even logging on, and it was just so
Yes,
surprising.
I was a teacher.
And
I was
yeah,
doing
I
Google
get it.
Classroom, and I had 21 children in my class during the school year when it was a physical school year. When we first of all, we didn't transform into Google Classroom until maybe the ending of March, like early April. So that was only couple weeks before they started all that stuff, and then we consolidated our program. So they cut all of our funding and stuff like that. And I was in a pre-K counts program, so they cut all of our funding, and we just was out of a job. So we legit just had to log off of Google Classroom, and we didn't get a chance to tell our kids bye or anything like that. Oh, that gets my heart. But yes, we didn't tell our children bye or anything like that. They just let us off of there. But it was we had like maybe 2 parents that were logging on doing what they needed to do, and we weren't doing any live video or stuff like that. We just posted on if you're familiar with Google Classroom, you just kind of put your stuff on there. You can like make a forum and you can type and stuff like that. So teachers would post their activities and things like that. For my son's teacher, he would just like post like cutting activities and stuff like that, and you just post a picture of what they were doing on there, and that would count as that. So I was asking the same thing, like how do they count, attendance or
they're counting attendance.
Everybody's a part of it, because I felt like if I didn't do it, then it's not really mattering either. But of course, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, that's what I and when they sent out the report card period, it was literally just the report card the marking period from the marking period before. It wasn't even that last marking period. They didn't grade it at all. So yeah, they're definitely
taking it serious this year.
Yeah, they're taking it very serious. They have a new learning platform for the children. So definitely make sure your children are logged on. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure that your children are logged on. Now, I know that parents have a lot of fears, and I'm just going to list the ones that I have, and I guess we could try to give some advice to them fears. So the first one I have is this going to be an effective learning style with the kids being on virtually? So like I said before, I know that the teachers and the administrators have been saying that they did change the learning platform that the kids were going to be on. So my plan for my daughter is to give them a few weeks to see if I like it or not. And if I don't, I'm going to put her in a virtual school, because in my mind, I feel like the school, if I'm putting her in a virtual school, they already
know how to do it. Yeah.
They already know how to do it. The teachers aren't. They're already virtual teachers. So versus a teacher that's used to being hands-on with the children and now have to learn how to be a virtual teacher, she's already with a teacher that's virtual. So I am going to give the school a chance, only because I feel like I'm familiar with them and they're familiar with my child. So I'm hoping that the new platform is beneficial to my child. So, that's an idea for anybody else. Like if it's not working for your child, you can always switch to a virtual school. Just do the research and things like that.
You can sign up for that stuff early on, even before you make your decision, so you could be placed on the list and stuff like that, whatever their process is. One of my fears, like I said, was the social aspect part of it. And he is going to a private school, so they are offering a physical school option for him for the first marking period or so. But they also have a hybrid model, which allows a camera to be in the physical classroom and show what's going on in the you can watch from home. So at first I did choose the physical model just because like I said, he needs that social interaction with someone, something like he keeps talking about his friends, his teachers from preschool. He still thinks he's there. So for my son, he needs to be around other kids. Like, mommy is not enough. And I will not be enough. So I did think about that option, but our numbers, his school in Montgomery County, and their numbers have went up. So now I'm like, what's up with that hybrid model? Because listen, I need him to be straight. So
every school did have that option to begin with. They did have the option. I think the whole Philadelphia school district had the option, whereas though the children were going to do a few days in school and then the rest virtual. However, they did give you the option to opt in 100% virtual, and I had opted in 100% virtual only because I know my child, and she's not going to be in school with no mask on. She don't even want to be in Walmart with no mask on. And I have twins and we have babies at home, so I definitely don't want to risk nobody's health. So I felt like it was going to be okay for her to be home because she does have sisters and she did have other children to be around. So I felt like
your work schedule allows you to do that.
Yeah, so I felt like she would be okay. Plus, she thrived really, really well when it was just her in preschool. Like when I homeschooled her for preschool, it was just her. She did really, really well. Now, I did have other children join her from time to time, but ultimately it was just her, and she turned out amazing. Like, she still, when she got around other children, she was still able to like play. She wasn't selfish. She wasn't, that social skill. It wasn't delayed or nothing. So I was just like, she'll be fine.
That's really great because he needs the social skill.
Yeah, I feel like it was okay for me to do that. Just only, like, if she didn't have siblings, I would have definitely probably opted in for her to do some days at school and some days at home, but I felt like she would be okay because she has the siblings. But here's another one that I feel like I heard from parents that they said they work a 9 to 5, and how would their students get the help that they need if they're not able to, be there for them? Who's going to be there to log on, make sure they're logged on and help them with the work. So what do you suggest?
I did notice there was a lot of tutors going around now. Like I said, I will definitely post a bunch of resources and stuff like that. But I know Philly Moms on Facebook, that group, yes, it might have its ratchet moments or whatever, but overall, I do feel like they
are resourceful though.
It's really, really a lot of resources, and a lot of parents and family members have been on there saying, as far as them like doing tutors. So that's some things you guys can look into. You can also ask your CCIS or whatever they calling it now, ERLC. Would they provide funding for a tutor as if they're like doing daycare or something like that? And I saw that was an option as well. So you can try to find someone to do that for a couple of hours for you working, stuff like that. Of course, providing your information that shows that you are actually working at a physical place, and you are an essential worker and stuff like that. And also, if you are able to just like try to look into, like for me, I am trying to look into remote work, to be working from home as well, so I can be right alongside my child online. I'm online too. You see, we working and we're doing what we need to do, so that way he can kind of see it's serious. Mommy's working. I have to work too. I have to do what I have to do, and just still be able to provide supervision for him. So I think definitely those two things. Definitely looking into tutors. Finding about a library. They might have like social groups. They might do a couple kids at a time, something like that. Whatever the time frame that they have to get online, you can schedule something with your library to see if they can do a group with 5 other kids. If you're safe, if you're okay with that, they wear their masks, and you ask about all the resources and things you want to do as a parent, and they might be able to do so. I know they used to do that for physical school and have after school groups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe they might do it for during the time that you have the virtual classes. So I think
I think that's good too. I think too, if I know for Haley, what I plan on doing, like I said, you guys, we are in the process of moving, and we're actually moving right next door to one of her best friends. So I feel like if anything, like I know her mom works from home. However, she has a job that is a little bit more demanding. So me and her did have a conversation about the girls doing school together. So that's an option for you guys if you guys like have an aunt or cousins or whoever that you might can, you know, connect with, and your child can
Yeah,
probably.
like I said, start learning. This is a time, like I've met so many neighbors and things like that from being home. So this is a time to learn your community. That's a great opportunity and great thing to do anyway, you know, as you are out. I live right next door to a school, elementary school. So there's lots of children and lots of families right nearby me. So I definitely make sure I go outside, say hello to people.
Right.
You know, just get to know people, because you never know when you might need them. So if you are capable of doing that, if they or somebody in your neighborhood that's going to the same school as you, reach out, see if they are able to watch your kid and do all three of them be at home and do their classes together. Offer them a couple dollars towards their bill payment or something like that. You know, food, whatever the need might be. You never know. Just ask and reach out to people. Never be afraid to ask questions and ask for help.
I know another problem or another worry that parents were having was the internet access and the computer access. And I know I stated before that I know for Mastery children, they are offering the parents the Comcast Essentials. So now Comcast has always offered Comcast Essential if you had a child in your home. I think it was like $10 or something like that. But see,
$9.95.
Yeah, what Mastery is doing though, they took it to another level, whereas though you don't even have to pay that $9.95 if you put in the application with if your child goes to Mastery and you put in the application, they will pay the Comcast Essential bill for you for the school year, from now until the end of the school year. So even if they don't continue to be virtually 100%, they are willing to pay for you to have Comcast Essential from now until June. So that's awesome. So you have to sign up for them.
And your electric bill, I know PECO was definitely giving deferred payments, definitely CAP programs for free and stuff like that. Like I have like a $25 bill. You can just call them and let them know that, you know, you're at home, you're going to be using more power, you're going to be using these things for your children. And they only ask basically are they in school? Yes. Do you have a laptop? Do you have whatever devices?
And I know the schools were giving out laptops. I don't think it was just Mastery, but I think the schools were giving out laptops, giving out loaner laptops. So what you had to do was you go to the school on a certain days that they say that that's the day they're giving them out. You sign something saying that you will be responsible and you're going to bring it back, and if you don't, then you'll pay for it or something like that. But they are giving it to kids, and they're giving them now. I know before I think they were like limited or something like that, but now they're giving one to it doesn't matter if you got 6 kids in your house that go to Mastery, each kid is going to have their own laptop. So I thought that was really, really cool for them to do.
Best Buy is offering bundle deals for children in school as well. I think it's like a laptop, printer, headphone.
I'm in school. I'm a
USB cord or something like that for like really low. I think it was like $150. I saw maybe a week or two ago. So definitely reach out to all of the electronic stores. Walmart has always had bundle deals with the printer and stuff like that. That's where I got my laptop from. I've had it for 5 years. It works really awesome. It's an HP. And I had a printer with it. It came with printer with ink, laptop, and a USB cord. I think I paid less than $200 for it. So definitely reach out to your local stores and things like that, libraries, old computer stores. They also might have old computers and things like that if your school is unable to give you a printer or my computer, I'm sorry.
Facebook, check the Facebook market and offer up and things like that too. You guys don't have to go out and buy like the latest, greatest. Like it doesn't have to be brand new. You can actually buy used stuff and it works pretty well. Like it'll work. It'll get the job done. That's all you need to do. Get something.
And even I know they probably will tell you like not to use a phone, but most phones are compatible with the apps that they're using. And most of the schools use Google Classroom, Zoom, stuff like that, and you can get right on it with your phone that you already have. I know Metro is giving out half bill payments and stuff like that, and phones and stuff like that for kids and stuff like that at a cheaper rate just for the COVID going on. So just let them know and look out for giveaways and back to school stuff that's out there in your area. I wanted to add something about.
So I know we had a question that said, What can parents do to help their children be successful? So, of course, y'all know I always come with the list.
I think we touched on a lot of things that they can do to help their
Yes.
children be successful. Yeah, I had my list. I
So,
think the number one thing is like organization, ask questions, and a routine. I think those are like key.
Yeah, I think I got a good 10, so bear with me. All right,
Break
so
it down.
I got down what you can do to help your child be successful for the school year is to be involved. You need to
100%.
stay consistent, stay calm. I don't think I didn't say stay calm enough tonight. Stay calm. Like B said, you have to be organized, and you have to have a positive attitude. And I know for now, the things that I'm saying now, that I'm about to say now, is for the younger kids. Because like I said, I have a first grader. So these is for the parents that are kindergarten to like third grade. So I know that what helped me and Haley last year, and even in preschool, we had a reward system. I did different type of challenges. So we did like a book challenge, whereas though like if she would like during the time she wasn't reading, so what she would do was do picture walks. What she would do was like open the book and then just tell me what she think was going on, like just from the pictures, like make up your own story and things like that. So when I say read, that's what I mean. So we had book challenges, whereas though like if she read 10 books and she would get this or she would get that or whatever. Make the learning fun. They're little children. Their attention spans is not going to be there for no boring lesson. Make it fun. Do virtual zoo trips.
You got a good 15 to 20 minutes. That's on a great day.
Minutes. Yeah, that's on a good
20
day.
on a good day.
Yeah.
So if it's not a good day, you got about 10. You got about 10 on a not good day.
Get the important stuff in first.
So get it in there and make it fun.
Then switch it to something that's a little bit more hands-on. Like I know for Haley, she liked to play and see, and she liked the textures and things like that. She liked when we did last year for school, I took her on a lot of virtual trips. We went to the aquarium virtually. We went to the zoo virtually. I had her, she thought she was in a whole different state. Like we didn't went to a whole different zoo, but we was doing them all virtually. So she liked the stuff like that. You have to figure out what your children like.
Yes.
Be flexible and have a whole bunch of learning games, because when you lose their attention span, the best way to get it back is through a learning game. So
I'm gonna say two words for y'all families. Pay attention. Everybody pay attention. Come close. Dollar Tree.
I'm hollering.
You set. Yeah. Come back. Come closer. Everybody come closer. Okay. They have an online store.
First of all, I know you lying.
Just thank me later. Because I just saved your whole life. I saved your whole life. Listen, I'm telling you, my house, I have his whole wall in the living room is just bags right now. I ain't even start yet. But listen, he said Dollar Tree, Target, Dollar Spot, and what did I say? Target, Dollar Tree, and sometimes like Walgreens, stuff like that. They be having little sales. Walmart. That's all you need. Dollar Tree though, for real. Dollar Tree out in the nice neighborhoods. The nice neighborhoods, they have this stuff there. They got you.
And you have the dollar store hop. Okay, because what you might find in the dollar store at one place, you might find something different somewhere else. So don't be afraid of the dollar store hop.
Physical exercise before the lessons. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the teachers might incorporate this anyway. But I know for the younger kids, even for the older kids as well, just YouTube has a lot of like little yoga things. I like to use Cosmic Kids yoga. Just a little British lady. I'm gonna hook y'all up. Don't worry, I got y'all. But this little British lady, she incorporates like different cartoons. I know for the girls, she always got Frozen, Moana, all those little things that she incorporates the characters, and she walks around and has like a little adventure, but it's all yoga based and stuff like that. So she might be walking in the forest, but she's doing different yoga moves and stuff like that. And they don't even know they're doing yoga. And the whole time they're mindfulness. and yoga are different. Yoga is the physical aspect of it. Mindfulness literally is just calming your brain, getting yourself ready. You could do that for, like you said, the breaks for you and for the children. I used to do that with my kids all the time. And like I said, I worked with special needs children. So you never know what you're going to get on a day-to-day basis with special needs children. So that they used to love it. Fall asleep, have a couple minutes. All breaks you need is 10 minutes of it. Mindfulness, just play some soft music and just get your brain together between your classes or whatever you might have before your classes. Even my child, I do that anyway every day.
Yeah, because my kids, this year everybody's starting school, even the twins. So this year is about to be a little bit hectic with the girls. They're
gonna be around, so you gotta incorporate them. That's another thing.
They are of age now, so they are 15 months. So when school starts, they'll be 16 months, and that's around the same time I started with Haley. Now they're not gonna be doing nothing all crazy, so don't come for me in the comments because I bites back. Okay?
No, that's fine. That's really great for them to see
Montessori stuff and just like sensory stuff and things like that. So when I say they're doing school, that is
they're working on their motor skills, they're working on their fine motor, so grabbing stuff, matching stuff, moving around.
I start my kids off young because I'm a firm believer in learning starts at home. I don't send my kids out in the world expecting no teacher to teach them. They're going to come home and I'm their teacher first. So my kids go to school and be like, my mom said do it this way.
Yes,
and
God.
The teacher called me like, if she tell me that you said do it this way one more again.
Yes, like, God. Yes, God. You cannot only rely on this, especially with this virtual learning. Like, seriously, you cannot only rely on just that 20 minutes or 30 minute or 45-minute activity that they're going to be doing. You have to still revisit the homework. You have to check the homework. You have to check the curriculum.
Like, I know kids usually be in school from like 8 to 3, but that is not what you have to do at home. Please don't kill yourself, okay?
Yes, they're not going to be on there for 8 hours.
Be on there for 8 hours. Just get the work done, and then, like, I know for me, what I did for Haley was we got the lesson done, and then whatever I felt like she struggled in, we took a break, and then we went back and revisit just the area where she was struggling. So you don't have to have a whole entire school day. Now, I am saying,
and you can ask the teachers. You can ask the teachers prior to the week. So like most teachers do their stuff a week ahead of time or something like that. I'm not sure how the Philadelphia School District might work, but most teachers do it prior to them actually having that week. So if it's a Tuesday, they already made this lesson plan the prior Tuesday. So you can talk to them about what's upcoming, or if they're going to give it a month in advance or give them a certain amount of work, even for older children. Like, ask them what the curriculum is looking like, what's the lesson plan looking like, so you can prepare yourself too.
I know for Mastery, I just signed up for, I just went on their website, and you could click on for the parents, and you sign in, you log in, and they give you some type of login information where as though you can track your child's learning and things like that. So my hair is like just flying. That's from the fan. You could track their learning, and you could track their lessons and things like that. So I believe, like I said, from what I got from the virtual town hall meeting, they do have a new platform, and I think that is going to the stuff is going to be already posted for the day. I'm not sure if it's going to be for the day or for the whole week, but I know it's going to already be posted.
It'll be up there, so
1 year, so you could prepare and see what it is then. And I think they're like, you can, once you get the schedule, I'm pretty sure the schools are going to send something out. So definitely make your schedule around what they recommend. But I know for me and my kids, we're going to be up at 8 o'clock. School starts at 8. Come on, get up, brush your teeth, go eat breakfast. Because school, they have to be logged on by 9 o'clock. So go eat breakfast, go brush your teeth, you got to get all of that done.
Yes, I think all of those prerequisites before you actually log on is so important too. Make sure they're in a good mood. Make sure you both are in a good mood.
Before, like, to me, preparing for school starts the night before. A bath.
Yes.
We read them a story. Tell them what the plan look like for tomorrow. So preparing for school literally starts the night before. Tie your hair up. Put your pajamas on.
Especially if it has like some schools, they might have themes and stuff like that. You can like you can incorporate the theme every day, all day, what you're doing. Oh, we're learning about sharks. Okay, you might have shark-shaped food. You might have food
And,
that
and
shark
I'm
eat.
that
Oh, look at
parent.
this.
I feel I'm
The
that
shark
parent.
bites. The shark bites right there. Look at the shark
I'm
bites.
that
You
parent.
can you
Like,
can you
oh
can
my
do so
God.
many little things that you think is nothing, and
It
they
works.
might mean
It
it
does.
means 100% to those children. You can
Yep.
write little notes. The same stuff that you might have done for the physical school. You write little notes. You write little
Yep.
pictures. Let them know
I
that they're awesome, important. Have a mirror for them.
still do everything that you were going to do for a regular school year. I know that's what we did. I went out and I brought her a lunch bag. I don't care if she ain't going to school, pack your lunch.
Girl, you don't even want to see my stuff. I'm about to listen. I was in
pack your-
Target
like,
going crazy. He got 5.
yeah, like I feel
lunch.
like
He
that's
got
something
5
that I like to do
book
too.
bags.
Like I like to make her
5
lunch.
book
I like
bags.
to go, not 5.
5 for what? I forgot I had bought some from Walmart a long time ago. Anyway,
not 5B, not 5 for your
5,
one child.
girl. 5
I'm
because then I
busy.
went with my dad and them, and they spoiled him to death more than me. So he just was in there finagling everybody. Like, I like this one, I like this. I'm like, you're not even going nowhere. But
He going
listen, he
somewhere.
gonna wear,
He
he
going
gonna
to
wear it.
school.
He gonna wear it
That's
like he
able.
was going.
Yeah, because I like to make her lunch because I feel like that's the way that I show her that I love her. Like, you don't
Yes,
got to eat
I thought that
lunch.
was
I'm
so
saying it's
cute. You
anything
used to
wrong.
do the little
Yes,
shapes.
girl, and I'm going right
That
back.
was so cute. I
here.
cannot wait to do that
Right
this
there.
year. I'm doing it
Yeah.
still. I'm here.
Follow us on Instagram at the Robin Girls, so you guys can definitely see, you know, the things that we incorporate for school this year. I love.
She gonna make y'all feel like y'all nothing as parents, but y'all are awesome. She got little stars, teas, and stuff. Like, she made her own Lunchables. She do too much. So don't worry about what she got on her page. Just be inspired, and you guys are awesome.
Be inspired. And I'm telling you, I take school so serious. Like, if you feeling down, or if you feeling like you don't know what to do with the lesson plan, girl, come follow us over here at the Robin Girls. We gonna hook you up, okay?
And even remember how you used to feel like going to school and stuff like that. Like, what did you not like from your family? What did you want your parents or your family members to work on when you were in school? And just try to remember those things, and your child probably feels the same exact way. Just make sure everything is positive and keep them with the happy.
With you, now that they're home, let them start doing stuff. Like, I know last year Haley used to like pick out what she wanted, and if she would pick out unicorns, I just had to go find everything else unicorn. Girl. Everything had to be unicorn for lunch. So let them.
We've been baking. He about to start this business. We've been doing so much. We done had lemonade stand.
I'm gonna send you this book that I got for kids. It's called Kidpreneurship or something. A Kid Entrepreneur, something it's called for the kids I be using. I'm gonna send it to you. But it's stuff out here for these kids. Y'all got to go out here.
Yes, you have to. You have to Google, and also to prepare for these for this virtual stuff. Get the apps right now so you can start to learn how to navigate the apps and things that they're losing. I know that Google Classroom, Zoom.
Yeah, the school, like I said, they got a new platform, and they have not sent out the they did say the names of them in the virtual town hall meeting, but I wrote them down in my other book. I don't remember them right.
They should be sending all that stuff out between this week and next week because it's coming out.
Survey. They did like a survey for the parents, and so now they're like trying to collect all that information, and then they're going to send out their decision. But it's coming. They did let us know.
So definitely download this stuff ASAP. As soon as you get the information, as soon as you find out what apps to use, get on there, start navigating it yourself before school starts, and just learn what you need to do, how to upload, how to delete, how to, all the stuff. And even in your languages, things like that.
Your attitude's positive. That is the most important thing that you can do for your child. Keep your attitude about virtual learning positive. And that way your child can thrive and have a positive mindset about it as well. So
yes, for sure. That is definitely important. Make sure children feel. I'm big on that as an educator. Social emotional development. They have to be okay. They are little people. Yes, they are your children, but they don't have to listen just because you are the adult. Sometimes you don't know. Be okay with saying sorry. Revisit conversations. Talk to your children. Talk to your children about everything. Like I said, start this whole process with why we are home in the first place. Start the whole process with we have to be home because of the quarantine, COVID-19. My son knows what coronavirus is. He is 5 years old. We done went on YouTube. They have cartoon figures of what's going on in the world and how the virus works. All of that stuff is important. Let them know. Don't just.
A lot of people made books and
little
stuff.
Little books and videos and
received the book in the mail. My mom had brought her a book from one of her girlfriends that made a storybook for children about the coronavirus, and it was very beautiful. We received it in the mail yesterday, and I read it to the girls last night for their story. So saying that's another thing for young people. Like, make sure you read into your children and you asking them questions, and you're building.
That's a personal thing I have to work on because I'm a visual learner, so I be trying to just find videos and stuff like that. But I know kindergarten is big on like reading.
Because
I want to work on that.
It's like I know for Haley, like what I did for her reading, I brought her Bob books in pre-K.
Yes, I just got mine. The beginner, the blue ones. And they're in levels, so they help you know what's next. You know, once you pass that one, I think it's like 5 or something in a set. So you start the beginner level, and they go up in levels. So it helps you as a parent to understand what's next and what they need to work on. And they work on like one word. Like the whole book is like really like one word specific to what they are awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So, yeah, I learned about those. I got those here.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them. I love Bob books. We moved on to dang, I packed up all her books, but it's this other book. I'm gonna send it to
you. Yeah, we're gonna put all the resources down below.
It's this one book that Haley, she just got it this year from school, and when she got the book, I was like, oh, this book is decent. I went on Amazon and ordered all of them. I'm trifling.
Yeah, and look for books that have like repetitive words and stuff like that, or rhyming words that's like sad, bad. That's really important.
Kindergarten to like second grade, you want to look for books that's not wordy. It should be like only
straight to the point.
On the page, straight to the point. Especially like I said,
I got a book.
Child, yeah. How your child reads. Some children are very advanced and they are very like good at reading. Now, see, my daughter is the complete opposite. She's very well at math. Like, she's good at math. Like
my son too. He's math
but
and science. That's his thing.
She's a little
and
bit.
I'm reading in language arts, so I'm like,
yeah, that's me. We're the complete opposite.
I gotta learn math now.
Yeah,
but that's good in numbers. Like I said, that's why I said put like if you know that they're good in math, incorporate that with the thing that they need to learn. So if it's reading,
and I was sneaking reading into her. Like I said, when you read books at night, you want to do the ABC. Like that's what I did. So I had an ABC.
Everything is reading. Find the letter A on the bus. Find the B on the bus. What sound is this? Oh, I said k. K can be what? What letter does k say? You asking for cookies. You at McDonald's. McDonald's. What letter does McDonald's start with? Ask those questions all day, every day. All questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Legit. Like, not. Make it fun. Walk up and down the steps. How many steps you have in your house?
Real red. When I read to her at night, I do like an ABC module. So A is for like when you read the book, you ask her questions. What was this about? What do you think is going to happen next? B, you're building their vocabulary. So when you're reading to them, you pointing so they can identify what the word is. And C,
and even the difficult words. Put remember that in your head. Write it down, and then make something like a visual, a flashcard. I got a bunch of Dollar Tree. I got all the number line. So I'm gonna make the big cards that's have he already got an alphabet wall. So this is what he did. He made his own alphabet. So we are artsy and all that stuff. I'm big on art. I love art. Getting messy. So we made each letter whatever he thought of. So A for alligator. So the A looks like alligator. So we made them all each letter. We created them and did arts and crafts for each letter. So those are all around his wall already in the living room. Right. So what we're gonna do is put the little cards underneath each letter with the words, specific words that he might have read in a book. Or words that he might work on, sight words that he might have from school, stuff like that. And I'm gonna make a list under each letter. So you could do something like that if you have the wall space. If you even have a little easel, whatever, make a little card thing. You can make index cards and put them on a ring and just have the A book of cards and stuff like that. Just
Yeah, that's what I did in preschool for her. Yeah. And then the last one for the ABC is connect. So when you read the stories, you want to connect it to your real life. So like, oh, how did that make you feel? Or what character do you feel like you can most relate to? Things like that. So it's the ABC module when you read to the kids, especially the younger kids. So make sure you ask questions, B, you build the vocabulary word, and C, you connect the story to their everyday life.
And
so
then
it's a
repeat.
lot of things that you can do with these kids. Girl, we could go on for
And
days.
you can make your own books. Like you can get a book made. I know that's might be pricey a little bit, but it's worth it. Like they have a book. You can just like, oh my God, you have a book with your face on it. They draw the picture for you. You can write a story about something that's significant to them in their life or something like that. There's plenty of resources. We got y'all. We're going to hook y'all up with all the websites and everything. Yeah. But yes, you guys can do this. I think all families, we can work this out. We can survive the virtual learning school year. We just have to stick together and definitely unite with each other. Learn your community. Learn who's around you. Ask questions. Be resourceful. Be organized. Be prepared. Stay positive. All of those things. Have a schedule. Make it visual for you and your kids. Make it visual. Make something tangible for them to use over and over and over again. Give them some jobs.
I can't believe I forgot to say that. Lemonade, especially for these little kids.
Yes.
Oh, God. I have stuff from preschool. I'm talking about Haley was like 2 to 3 years old. I still have it. It's in perfect condition. Yes, I have stuff that I'm going to be using for the twins. So lemonade.
I just bought all of that stuff, and let me tell you.
Oh, you get that from Walmart. I got my laminating. Is that what it's called? Machine? I don't know what it's called.
Lamination.
Whatever it's called. I got that from Walmart.
Like $20.
$20, and the paper be like $5.
And Amazon Prime is offering too for EBT card holders. Like I said, the Medicaid card holders. They're only $5.99 a month. You get all the perks. You get all the perks that a Prime holder has and all those stuff. So they're helping us out. You just have to definitely reach out to your resources. They have things for us because they know that the whole world is going to be home with their children online. Everybody got kids. Everybody got kids. Grandparents got kids by mistake. Sisters got kids. They're watching their babysitters. Everybody got kids. So they're really trying to help us out a little bit, y'all. So definitely just reach out to your resources around you. Ask questions, and we can do this. We can do it.
Yes, I think this is a good place to end it.
I think so too. We got into it, and we got y'all on the resources and everything because I love this. This is my type of conversation.
This is where we thrive. Okay, y'all know we could go on for about these babies.
Yes,
we could talk about these babies. We could go on and on. So we're gonna let y'all go here. We're gonna let y'all go. We're gonna let y'all
go ahead and go to bed and get ready for these babies. But don't feel bad and definitely reach out to us. But we are going to end it for tonight. And if we need to revisit, we will put a part 2 up because you know how we do. And we want to also send another special shout out to Janae, who is home, and we miss her. Come on back, girl. Me and you, us never fall. It's like no.
Because every time I smile so hard, my cheeks is like huge, so I can't see.
They cute. They beautiful. They beautiful.
I cannot see.
I got big ones too. You see, look like clouds. But yes, we can survive this virtual school year, guys. Definitely stay prepared
together.
Yes, all together. And we will put out all of our resources for everything. Remember to follow us on all of our social media. That is YouTube, 1, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Instagram, Facebook, all at Questions with Queens Podcast. And also on Twitter at QWQ Podcast. And we will see you guys next Wednesday at 8:30-ish. And we got a good one. So have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Good night, guys.